Eighth session of the International Solar Alliance Assembly aims to accelerate global adoption of solar energy and deepen international cooperation for a sustainable future. At the heart of this gathering lies India's rapidly expanding role in renewable energy, marked by significant achievements and bold ambitions. A report.
New Delhi is abuzz as the 8th session of the International Solar Alliance Assembly commenced today at Bharat Mandapam, gathering high-level delegations from 124 countries and over 40 ministers for 4 days of discussions centered on deepening international cooperation and accelerating solar energy transitions. The assembly, which is recognized as the ISA's supreme decision-making forum, is set to drive the global agenda for a clean, sustainable future through focused action on solar finance, technology, and capacity building. India's leadership is in sharp focus, with President Draupadi Murmu scheduled to deliver the first ever presidential keynote to the ISA Assembly, reinforcing India's commitment to the founding vision of One World, One Sun, One Grid, and showcasing the nation's recent achievements in solar power deployment. India's progress in achieving 50% of its installed capacity from non-fossil sources 5 years ahead of target and ranking as the world's third largest solar producer stands as an example for other developing countries. A landmark feature of this session is the unveiling of a multi-nation joint solar power bidding platform by ISA, designed to unite member countries in securing competitive solar cum storage projects and also harnessing cross-border opportunities at scale. Strategic discussions will address financing for undeserved regions, innovations in solar technology, and expanded use in sectors like agriculture and health, targeting sustainable development and energy security for all. ISA, which was launched in 2015 by India and France, now counts 125 member and signatory countries working across continents to mobilize investments, reduce solar technology costs, and promote harmonized standards and policies. With global momentum behind its mission, unlocking $1 trillion in solar investments by 2030, and transforming energy access for billions, this assembly sets a blueprint for coordinated international action in the race to achieve carbon neutrality and universal clean energy. Bureau Report, DD India.
And to discuss India's leadership role at the ISA International Solar Alliance session, we have with us Surender Ahuja, CEO, Sunmaster Agri Photovoltaics, a firm in the solar EPC sector. And we are also joined by Shubhamoy Bhattacharjee, Senior Economic Journalist. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us. Coming to you, Mr. Ahuja, first. India has achieved the remarkable feat of deriving 50% of its installed capacity from non-fossil sources 5 years ahead of target and now ranks as the world's third largest solar producer. What are the lessons that other countries could learn from India's success story?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening to you. Today, as the world stands at a crossroads between prosperity and the planet, and Delhi has become the stage for one of the most significant global movements of our time, the International Solar Alliance. The International Solar Alliance was born from a visionary idea: the sunlight and the most abundant and democratic source of energy can unite nations and powers a cleaner, fairer world. Co-founded by the India and the France in 2025 during the historical Paris climate conference. You see, the India has already achieved 50% of the renewable energy targets with the dedication of our Prime Minister Modi. As our Prime Minister sets the vision and mission to achieve 500 gigawatt of the renewable power by 2030, we had achieved 50% of it way ahead than our targets. So the ISA was launched with a bold mission to bring together countries rich in sunshine to cooperate on solar energy, reduce dependency on fossil fuels, and ensure affordable power for all. Today, ISA has grown into a global alliance of more than 125 member countries, cutting across continents, culture, and economics. All are working with one shared brief that the power of sun can drive sustainable development and combat climate change. Delhi offers more than just administrative convenience, it offers a spirit of collaboration. The city has become the nerve center of solar diplomacy, where ministers, scientists, and entrepreneurs from across the world meet to discuss technology, finance, and policies, solutions that can accelerate the solar revolution. The Global Alliance from Delhi is not just about solar panels and power plants, it's about hope, equity, and shared progress. It is it's about lighting up homes, empowering women, transforming agriculture through solar irrigation, solar agrivoltaics, and helping small Iceland nations fight rising seas with clean, resilient energy
Okay.
systems. Yeah.
Okay. Coming to you, Shubhamoy, International Solar Alliance, launched in 2015 by India and France, intends to unlock $1 trillion in solar investments by 2030. How far are we from achieving that goal at this point in time?
Actually, it's not even fair to say how far we are, because we are so close to the to the goals that we're talking about. And as Mr. Ahuja was talking about, it is a question of what are the further goals that India will be setting. So, the Conference of Parties, which happens every year, which brings together the countries of the world to take renewed pledges every year on how many, what are the next steps that we're taking. It's being clearly expected that India will now sort of, further push ahead beyond the Paris Accord, where we had said we will be having 500 gigawatts by 2030. We have said we are already there. And there's no doubt now that India will be reaching and will be overshooting the target. The question is that what does India further want to do? Because in terms of solar, we are now really not just at the top, but we are, setting the agenda in terms of where exactly the world would want to go. And considering that there are lots of countries which are actually not reneging on their solar pledges, on the renewable energy pledges, India is actually saying that we are totally distinct from that. We are clearly on our way to not only fulfill our pledge, but also move even further. And that's where the remarkable thing about the Indian journey. Yeah.
Indeed. Mr. Ahuja, at your experience at the Sun Master, what would you say are the main impediments or obstacles to faster adoption of solar energy across the world?
You see, if you are talking about the challenges for adoption of the solar energy is the connectivity with the grid, and the major point is the finance and reliability on the small Iceland like African governments. If the investor want to be invest in it, so there will be no stabilization in the government schemes and all. These are some of the key points where in the African countries and in the South American countries the solar is not taking up. But in India, everything is stable, and now we have green corridors to evacuate the power from one source to another source. So these type of the mitigations are not here in India. That's why India is overshooting their targets before the deadlines. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ahuja, Shubhamoy Bhattacharjee, for being with us and discussing India's leadership role as this 8th session of the International Solar Alliance continues in New Delhi. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.